Okay, recording. We're recording, and we're live. I got all these.
Huh? Yep.
Oh, you can hear me. I got you. Yeah. Okay. So this is gonna be our episode 2. Who's that? Oh, March 2nd. Here we go.
I got like a little techno beat in the background.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
clicking, click, click, click. You got the metronome going.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There we go.
It's Metro Boomin. Oops. All right. Thanks for coming. Everybody's here. Thank Paul. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Thank you all.
Here every day.
Today I am drinking Echo Bay from Marlborough, Sauvignon Blanc, New Zealand. Where is this? 2021. I like it. It's very crisp. I like the bottle. It's baby blue. Look, it feels like New Zealand. Huh? Like I'm on the beach.
A lot of minerals.
Pebble Beach.
Pebble Beach.
They got good mineralities there.
Yeah,
Yeah, earthquakes.
yeah.
Yeah, volcanic soil.
You know.
Right. Get that limestone mixed in.
Absolutely. Yeah. The sand too. The Loma Prieta in California.
What are you drinking today?
I am actually drinking this Finca Antigua. Is
Both of you guys? Yeah.
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 We're drinking it too. It's a 2013 Tempranillo. 10-year-old Tempranillo.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sip of this.
It's actually really good. It's fairly rich in flavor. Really good stuff.
Yeah, we're still working on some pronunciations.
Oh yeah. We're we're definitely novice when it comes to things outside of Napa.
You guys are
drunk, and I understand that.
So you guys are not enophiles.
No, not. Tell us about it.
Enophile is a someone who loves wine, and most likely a connoisseur. Enophile. It sounds a little funky because of the file portion of it, but it's a cool word. It's about wine lovers. Yeah. I got a shirt. You've seen that.
Which one? I don't know. You got so many classic rock shirts. $60.
Yeah, no, it's just all.
You got a lot of conscious shirts.
It's just all about loving wine, and that's what they call it. I don't know. I don't know if it's a. It's not. I wouldn't say it's black. I don't know what word it's one of those words that when you call somebody, there's a name. Spiders. Lover of wine and connoisseur.
What would you call them? Like, oh, I'm just scared of the hangover. That's the only thing I'm scared of.
Yeah, hangover. Okay.
Hangover.
It's good. Yeah, we should add that to our glossary. The greatness glossary. Yeah.
Absolutely. Got to have a nomenclature here so you can have a glossary or a board, and then you can make it the source. You know?
Yeah.
Wine phrases you should know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those I think would be happy hour.
Yeah. Happy hour. Yeah.
Those are 2 to 10.
You got to be able to read the sign out front right. 2 to 10 are the hours, not the happy hours. It's just someone like me who sees the big numbers 2 to 10. I'm like thinking I'm catching in, right? To get my free stuff, but or not free, but discounted stuff. And then come in and Arlena like discounted price. It's after 6, and all of a sudden, what's going on here? No, not for me.
You could do
$15 a check.
happy hours 2 to 10, drinks from 3 to 6.
Yeah. Anytime it's happening.
When it's actually happy hour? Happy hours 2 to 6.
Happy hours about all about what you want. What is that? WC. It says right up there on the bar. It says WC Field said, why should you limit happy hours? Yeah. I agree with that.
That's true. That's true. It's funny we look at a lot of like other places like happy hours start at a time that's like so early. How can you even make it to happy hour?
Yeah. It's like you're not even off work yet. You got to be able to drive to the bar. By the time you get there, happy hour. Yeah.
Oh, who
They
walked in?
went and got sushi.
Yeah.
I said I was going to bring sushi tonight, but I didn't have time. So he really showed up. He didn't just show up for 3 hours. That was no comment. Yeah, I know. It's like yeah.
Well,
He did run for sushi.
Anybody out there looking for a job, just call the Grape Nest and they'll put you in touch with me.
There you go. That's a plug.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They'll come need some new laborers and apprentices to teach you how to do protection system in our hospital. Yeah, absolutely. Reaching out. You live in the Richmond area, big job coming up. Live down there.
Paul's done a lot of great work this year.
Yep.
Still more to come.
Yeah.
Getting details about it.
Problem is,
I'm part of helping build this place.
I love this place, and I hate painting one. Wait a minute, hold on.
Gratitude.
May not want that to go out over the airwaves because ABC might be.
Hey, it's out there. It's live. Yeah.
Yeah, this Tempranillo, I love it.
It is really good. There's a lot of flavor to it. There's some amazing flavor to it. I feel like we should have like the commence our little podcast cheers to start it off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get some.
That was a good one. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh,
You only go red to
You
red.
can't drink it out of that glass. You're not going to get the full flavor. These are beautiful glasses. They real. You got here. Let's see what they do. At the Grape. You're drinking out of a quality glass.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. I mean, if I was drinking out of a Libby glass, like
Alright, gentlemen, thanks for coming.
the typical glass you get out of champagne wedding or something like that, it would taste not as good. But with this, my gosh, it really just enhances flavor. And that's the kind of attention you get when you come down to the Grape glass, right?
Yeah, this crystal, it sure brings.
Oh, yeah. It does for
It
sure.
break easily too.
I wonder if it sings. Should sing.
Let's sing too.
Oh yeah.
I can't hear it.
What's that? What's that thing? ASMR or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the sound. Let's see if we can. Yeah. Let's see if we can get like a ASMR wine bar sound.
Yeah, we got it.
You get anything? Hold on. We're gonna try it one more time. No, nothing.
There it is.
Are you feeling it or are you
I'm
hearing it?
feeling it, but I'm just not. I'm hitting it.
It sounded like it was starting to happen close.
Telling you.
There, get on. Oh, it's sitting there.
There we go.
Yeah, those sound like we'll say appropriate today. Very experienced there, Paul.
No, it works.
Wow. Great next after dark.
And you went those after darks.
Yeah, I think that podcast starts around 11 p.m. You know, when kids go to bed.
Put it on there now.
Put it on the
Yeah. Oh.
This is my finger.
There we go.
That almost got cut off. I got.
Yeah.
It sings. It rings.
There we go.
It speaks to you.
And now my shirt from my fingers is all over it. I got to drink that. Oh well.
Well, we got some original content there. That was great.
Come on. Now you got all the minerals.
Yeah, yeah.
Of the caulking that I was using today to finish the job.
Well, yeah, you finished it right there.
Yep.
What are you talking about? I got another bottle right here. That's it.
Why you got your other shades over here?
Shades?
Yeah, you look a little pair of shades.
Are they Ray-Bans? Yeah, those are mine.
No, she got
All right, so what's the score of the Warrior game?
It's a good question. I'll put it down. I'll put it down. Let's have a conversation. I did want to talk.
Did Curry get hurt yesterday? I heard,
No,
Let's watch some
he's
video.
almost coming back.
He's
He's almost going to come back.
But
You know,
like,
but here's the deal. The
The
mayor of Chase Center's not working, so they're not going to get their cars.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's the problem. I got to go back to work.
yeah. If I Paul, this is Mayor Chase Center.
Yeah, you know, that's the deal. I mean,
You know, I saw a video. I guess Curry was on the sideline and something's wrong with him. But then somebody else is out there balancing water on top of his head.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was Curry or not.
yeah. I checked the score. 27-26.
So what quarter are we in?
First, into the first quarter.
I would hope so.
So not bad.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You never seen a scoring game like football, like 27-0.
Oh no.
But there's never been a basketball shutout. Has there ever? Like baseball and
If it was by anybody, it was the Harlem Globetrotters.
shutout.
Yeah,
The Washington Senators. I think the Elvis scored, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's the only. I guess the only sports time is not a shutout. Well, soccer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody scored.
Yeah. Right. And soccer is like 2-0. That's like a shutout.
You'd have to have a hell of a defense.
Mm-hmm.
Stealing the ball right now.
Yeah, I mean, you have to bring in Kylian and Mbappe to score a couple of goals on or Messi.
Where's the camera?
Yeah, so what's like the red is.
How do you tell? How do you tell where to?
That was right there. Yeah, we have the 360
So
GoPro.
there's your mayor.
Wow.
Mayor Chase Center.
Yeah, that's a great photo.
That was at the actually at the parade. I was in charge of getting the cheerleaders on the bus.
Wow.
Well, that and escorting the players when they came up the escalator. When they got there, I had to get them to, you know, get them from stopping to drink liquor to start to eat food and get it all, you know,
That was
balanced.
for 2022, right?
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. And then the mayor's not there this year, and we're having some tough times. Maybe not at home, but on the road, but it's all about. Yeah, gotta have.
Would you, if you had the opportunity, would you go on the road?
Would I go on the road? Yeah.
You know, as opposed to just home games and being home.
There he is.
Oh, there Paul is with the trophies.
With the trophies.
Four trophies.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, and then the Western Conference champions. Oh yeah. They don't call me the mayor for nothing.
Yeah.
But it was a good experience, and you know, I used to love getting off early at the job. I mean, the game because I'd rush back to the Grape and try to catch closing. You know, because we leave there. The game's over quickly. You get done by like 9:30 sometimes. Then I'm like, dude, can I get in here early? I want to get back. You know, earlier in the period. Richmond says every once in a while the Grape guys, you know, with this live crowd here in this community, they convince me to stay over. And I get here and I'm like, okay, I can have a glass of wine and wind down because, you know, I can't drink. I'm at the Chase Center, you know, so it's like, getting here in time before you guys close.
I haven't been to a Warriors game since you could get a $10 ticket.
Yeah.
How long ago that was? Somebody chime in on that.
Well, you could come. I'll tell you what. You're gonna. We could
And we're still open.
if they get into the playoffs, we could go. And I could, I mean, I got paid for it. I know people in the building. So you get in the building, come on the second deck, you get to sit down.
Remember we were talking about that, like you have staff hired right now, everyone's working, but it's a major game. It's the playoffs,
Right.
whatever. All of a sudden, the staff disappeared. They're just in there watching the game. I'm just here for the game.
Right.
Yeah, you'd have to. Well, they wouldn't do it on my but from what I understand, ever since I left, I understand what happened was it just kind of you had downstairs and workers in the stands. Like you're a guest experience provider. You're not a guest. You don't need because every time you step in, you're taking away 5 minutes of time for somebody else to step in. We want our guests, when you're there, to be able to eat their food, get it as quickly as possible. It takes a while to get the food, but then get back out to the seats because you don't want them to miss the experience. That's the whole thing. And it's a guest experience, and you as a guest experience provider do not need to be messing that up. So people will be looking at it. It's like, I went this year. I followed a guy out. He was very new. Obviously, you're not supposed to take him. You're not supposed to turn him in. He had a bag. He had merchandise. Right? You're not supposed to be shot when you're on the duty.
Right.
And he was drinking beer on the way out. Drinking the beer down the escalator. I'm following this guy. I'm taking pictures of this guy because I mean that's what I'd be doing if I was actually working. And this guy, he just fucking building you for Chase Center. I almost wanted to. But wasn't my job.
He gave us 2-minute notice.
Yeah.
They said in the morning, can you record or something? I was like 2 minutes. No. The game was not over.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was like it was the last 2 minutes. Actually,
It was really the last thing you That's so funny. Literally a 2-minute warning.
I guarantee he probably had one of them chasing out flags too. He was making out. Those are all the guys. Those are the guys you just don't have fun with. Yeah, there's several of them, you know, but that's what happens when you have temporary workers. Unless you you create a culture. And I worked with this cat named Ron. He's from Israel. And we worked it between him and I, and we were kind of a really good player. And it was great new events and everything, and I was ready to come back that next year. And then, I don't know, companies sort of changed the way they did things, and they like, okay, well, I don't want to get into it that much because it's personal myself as well. I'm looking forward to coming back again one of these days, you know. Maybe next year.
There's probably a high turnover being new management next season. That's how most places. I don't know. My experience is like,
yeah, I'm just
entertainment industry,
I'm still
a high turnover. People come and go.
Oh yeah,
But to me, you make a lot of friends.
absolutely. Oh yeah.
I think that's the other experience. You know, crossing paths with people.
The same people that work at these lots of plans and all these concerts, you know, at Oakland, Concord Pavilion. It's a fun. You know, you hang out with these people for a while, and you get to see them at different venues. And then it's like, once in a while, like I'll be Chase Center, and I'll go down to this place on 3rd Street. And, every once in a while, you know, one or two of those guys would show up there, and I'm buying drinks.
Yeah.
Because they look at me and they think I'm made of money. I'm the supervisor. I got a suit on. I'm just gonna buy you a drink.
We,
And they were, well, I was last year. We were one of the winners just about everything.
now we're going this year for this drive.
For this year, I mean, it's a pretty decent home schedule. I mean, if they're in the top 2 or 3, 4 teams with
Yeah.
home schedule, it's good. But again, it's all about the mojo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you want to grab some sushi before you go?
No, I'm
Sushi,
good.
man. I bought a great charcuterie board today.
Yeah, but I didn't roll sushi like I said I was gonna. I'll do that soon. He'll be here live, and we could.
Hey, that'd be great.
What's the point somebody's called a wheat strain sushi?
That's interesting. I was just thinking about that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
They
hey,
call it
Yeah.
sushi roll.
Yeah.
maybe I could put a little can of butter on it.
Yeah.
That might be, yeah, that might be a little dangerous. Though.
That'd be a wishy roll.
No.
Wishy.
So you make your own candidates of butter.
I have been known to boil some butter. Yeah. And, very lightly. In fact,
That's even strong. That's entirely strong. I tried this butter. Let me tell you.
it's so funny
It's
because
top
the first time I did it, I just thought it is the first time I did it. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I just, YouTube it, right, like anything else. And it came out pretty good, right? And then I got down to less than a bit. I was filling up the and I got down to less than a bit, and there was extra. I wasn't going to fill around, so I said, screw it. I put a slice of toast in the toaster oven, and then brought it out, and then I drizzled it all over. Right?
Right.
Drizzle it all over the toast, like toast, but I'm dumb. I don't know. I've never done this before. So I ate that whole piece of toast.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock at night.
Oh wow.
And I had an MRI scheduled at 5 a.m. I had to be there at 5 a.m. I was going to go in the MRI. I have to tell you, man, I have never had so much.
Wow.
I don't know. It's not something you should do the first time. You don't put that much on your toast.
Right.
They'll come back and haunt you. I didn't sleep at 8, and now it's I didn't get a wink of sleep. And it was like I was very, very vibrant dream. And it was, I don't know. That last little bit of the butter that's cooked at the very bottom,
Yeah.
you gotta be careful.
Yeah. Sounds like it's more concentrated.
Obviously it had to be. Because
Right.
I tell you, I felt like I was back in college. That's the truth.
Boy.
And then I had to go take an MRI, and I'm going to be in that chamber like.
Yeah.
God, I got it through it. I made it, and pictures came out great. And everything. But
Did any paranoia set in while you were in the No?
No, it kind of wore off by that time. But it was interesting leading up to it, the anxiety that to coupled with that sort of thing.
Right.
Definitely an experience I do not want to have.
Any sushi?
Yeah, I'll grab some sushi. Yeah.
Let me get one.
Grab one.
Wait, do we have?
Oh yeah,
we have a dip?
Grab a plate.
Dip sauce?
Yeah.
A little wasabi.
This is like tempura right here.
That one that's like a dragon roll.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you to the senator. Thanks, Senator, for bringing this.
We got the rest of the crew back there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, this is greasy.
Well,
Sushi.
is there soy sauce and wasabi? Anyway, these are some of the things that happen at the Greatness when you come down. All of a sudden, somebody will just show up with sushi. Or
It's a great community.
Bring a charcuterie player or some cheese. You're almost out.
We'll swing that over next. I figure it's
Sometimes people are outside puffing on that funny, wacky tobacco. What happens here at the Grape?
Yeah, let's take a 20-minute break.
We don't condone that sort of thing here, but those are the way that's the way the community rolls. Speaking of rolling,
I personally don't care for sushi, but I don't know. I'm an introvert.
I see it rolling sushi. I love rolling it, and that'll be one night here. I'll be down here. I
I
will.
won't eat it. I just won't.
What about nigiri? You like nigiri? Like on top of the rice, you get the fish on top of the rice? Because I do that too.
Is that the raw fish?
Raw fish or
Yeah.
cooked shrimp, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This is somebody. I like the underwater insect. Crab, lobster, shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're underwater insects.
Yeah.
I think.
It's really good though. Sushi is not bad.
Yeah, I was thanks to Antonio. His birthday is this weekend, Saturday.
Supposed to be a big party.
So they're gonna have a food truck.
Oh, shit. Birthday.
Oh man, we have a food truck. Rodrigo's cooking and it's music.
And Jen's birthday here, right?
Yeah, I mean, and they're all over again.
I think I'm gonna miss both of them. Anyway,
I'm glad you're here for this, Paul. It's great.
I am so glad.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Here we are.
This is like Netflix when you download, or you just wait the day whole time and you get all of them.
No, I'm gonna post them as they come. I'm still editing the first one, but it's coming soon.
Okay. So then, where can I find this podcast?
Well, we'll start on the Grape Nest. You can also find it on TikTok, the Grape Nest. We're live now. I don't even know what the camera's looking. Looks like it's looking on. Yeah, but I downloaded like an hour and 20 minutes.
TikTok.
on
So
TikTok.
actually,
I
I
couldn't
should
post it all. I can post like 10 minutes.
open TikTok. So I should be able to see it. So tell me, type it in for me. I gotta do it. Here, figure it out. I'm not a TikToker. I'm an old rocker.
You figure that.
But no, seriously, I'm on TikTok. I have a TikTok, but I've never made videos for it. I just wanted to watch stuff my daughter does.
Oh yeah, you give us plenty of time.
My daughter does stuff.
Oh yeah, right now. So right now, Paul, see you.
That's the live feed.
Yeah, you got
Wow.
the live feed.
GPS, normally mess up with the
So you can see it live
Oh,
right there.
are you looking at this camera?
Oh, that one right there on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
place.
How does it look?
You guys are in.
Got it. Okay, so now how do I send this to my? I gotta follow now. Following, Grape Nest.
You can share
Now I need to. I gotta send this to my daughter.
TikTok live.
Hold on. How do I do
TikTok
that?
live.
How do you send TikTok live?
You might have to.
Board. Oh, send to. There it is. Send them live.
Of course, they have a way to share.
Cool. We are on the internet.
So yeah, we're trying to figure this out in live.
But I could download that later and view the whole. But we're also recording audio.
Yep.
I'll make sure it's still going. It's like, yeah, show those.
Is it good though?
For a minute. Yeah, it's
Okay. Okay.
you know, trying to avoid technical difficulties.
Alright.
Go Yeah, I mean, I got more space to make today.
So you take your GoPro and then you download it. You're the mix master, right?
Yeah, I got to download and I got to stitch it together because GoPro only does, the 360 only does like 8 increments.
Yeah.
So I got to stitch it together. Because it's 360 too, I gotta edit the frames to make sure that we're all where we want to see.
So we're like, we got a delay here. We got like a 7-second delay here.
It's the internet.
Yeah.
Well, it's the moderator.
It's the interweb.
You're probably getting moderated right now.
Yeah. I have to send the signal back to the server.
So how is the sushi?
The sushi's pretty good. It's not bad.
I'm gonna get mad if I don't.
So you want to talk about your shirts? What is it? What is it again?
Alright.
Unwholesome mindfulness.
Not do sushi.
It's not about the shirt. The shirt is just, that's just the logo.
Yeah.
Unwholesome mindfulness is something that kind of came into my life. Ooh, gosh, I guess back in 2010. You know, got sober for 5 years. And then during that journey, I got into mindfulness practice. And really started to look deep into each and every aspect of what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know, and when you look deeper, you educate yourself. That's the bigger thing. That's it, because it's all about, for me, it's all about what else don't I know? What else can I educate myself about any specific topic or anything? Consume. Because that's the thing. One of the things is we consume things now at a rate that is just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Especially as, you know, hey, my God, people pick up this thing. There are people that do this all fucking day.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Too much screen time. You gotta look deeper into that, right? Okay, so the biggest thing that, like, here's an example. One of my in the midst, and still am, you know, in the mindfulness practice, I look at, you know, some of my great students, technology. He said, if you smoke cigarettes,
Right.
you should smoke mindfully. And I thought to myself, oh my God, what does that mean? What do you do? And it's all about educating yourself, right? Know what it is that you're ingesting. What are you putting into the body? Okay, and that's kind of where unwholesome mindfulness kind of got created. Right? That one thing had you think. Oh my God. You know, I'm lucky because when I was a kid, 15 years old, I found a pack of Camel non-filters in the construction zone across the street.
That's where I started.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, I picked that thing up and I lit it and I took a biggest drag and I almost caught my lung. I was cured of smoking that thing. Some of my friends, not so much.
No.
You know, but no. This was when I was 50. Okay, so some of my friends, you know, you see your friends smoking. Everybody wants to smoke. Everybody wants to be cool, right? Nobody's educating themselves on. Okay, well, what is this doing when I'm doing this in my body? They're not understanding. Okay, oh my gosh. All right, nicotine's addicting, and then you look even deeper. Not only nicotine. All right, holy shit, carcinogenic. This could be causing cancer. 40 years later, I got friends. What happened? And then you look a little deeper. And you go, there's corporations out there that are actually making money off this. And what are they doing? They're targeting kids. They're targeting ethnicities. And they're making so much money. And they don't care. I mean, You see, I mean, it's out there, and there's yeah, maybe not emails. Because back then they were writing letters, and they were just on video or audio saying these things, and no, it's just horrible that so many of us take advantage of the weakness, but they're the ones putting the weakness in their hands. So if you look at it mindfully, could you, after looking deep like that, could you smoke? Well, you'd probably say no, but you're hooked first, right? You didn't look deep enough. If we had the unhealthy maybe things would have been. You could apply the same thing to alcohol, apply the same thing to cannabis, anything. This is what I said. Anything which could be considered unwholesome is what you could apply it to. But the big thing about it is it could go either way. You have to think about, well, is it good for me? Is it bad for me? And then how deep do you go? You look deep in one thing, you look deep one way, you look deep the other way. Because if you don't look full enough, you could find yourself falling one way, and then you could be addicted to gambling or addicted to alcohol drinking, or you could actually do things, I say in moderation, because I try to do things in moderation every once in a while, but I'm not so good at it sometimes. Right? However, if we sit here and we look at this wine right now, all right, and we employ the senses, right? This is the kind of, all right. So you first take that first
You gotta close your eyes.
Yeah.
first step, that first sniff. You can do it with your white wine too. Oh yeah. So you take that first look, and then what's the first thing that comes to mind? What do you smell before you swirl?
Before the swirl.
You got it. That's the thing. The about wine tasting. This is one thing I learned. Pour it in the glass. Okay, you can decant it. You could do that, but even then, after you decant it, even though you've woken up some of the senses, pour it into the glass, and then before you swirl it, take that initial note. I'm getting notes of fruit here. Nothing too overbearing, very subtle,
Right.
deep red, ruby, kind of maybe a bit of a blueberry.
A little bit.
Okay, so now give it that sweet.
I like when you drink a wine, like every drink tastes different. It starts opening up more and more.
Yeah, well, that's called the end of the night. All right, so now you swirled it and you're waking these things up. So now what do you get? I'm getting some earth.
I am getting more earthy.
You're getting the toit. You're getting everything that's down in the bottom of the glass, okay? Because you've woken it up. So now give it a taste. Oliver! Buddy! What are you doing? So it tastes a little bit, right?
Right.
These are things, this is applying my philosophy. It's the taste. It's the nose. It is also the sight. I mean, look at the color. Look at the color.
Yeah.
Not only as it's look at it as it's being poured in the glass.
Right.
I'm about to pour some more in my glass here. Not quite now because I'm here. And there are legs on it. Visually, I'm seeing this. I don't know if you're seeing this.
Yeah. Show us the
Podcast. These legs. That represents alcohol content because it's sticking to the top of the glass. All right? These are things that enrich your experience.
Right.
Now, let's go to the other side of this. If I was, say, maybe not being as mindful and not paying any attention to this, And I were like, oh God, this shit's good, man. What's the alcohol content? Oh shit, 14%. Damn, that's like 2 beers. I'm like,
Is it gonna mess me up?
I drink it faster. I drink it faster, and the faster I could drink it, I could get there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then what happens? All right. Then you start freaking out, and instead of like before, we're enhancing the story, and your brain is it's a pharmacy. It's producing serotonin and dopamine, and we're like feeling lovely. Whereas if we're just hammering or drinking away, which I have done at times, and that's I've had bouts of both of them. You're blowing out cortisol and you're freaking out because like your fight or flight syndrome is kicking in because like I gotta get up in the morning and then you're causing stress and
Right.
last thing you want is stress when you're enjoying a beautiful glass, right?
Yeah.
Or if you're smoking a blunt or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all about how you apply it, and I've navigated it negatively, and I've been able to navigate it positively. And the problem is, I mean, balance. There should not have to be a balance. If you get to the point where you can mindfully work your way through this, you should be able to live your life, enjoy those things which are at the same time. If you're looking at it through the lens of balance, you should be able to realize, right, and you need to get help.
Yeah.
Because Lord knows, I mean, if we're sitting around with a bunch of people doing the same thing, nobody's going to tell you, hey, you should do that. But if they do, if somebody does, that's a way. All right? I'm giving myself calls. Every once in a while, it's like, I tell you. That's another story. We're not going to go into that. We're working on that now, and getting myself back into the world of mindfulness is part of it. I had a practice. I was going every Wednesday. I go over to San Francisco and sit with Rick Hansen, author of The Buddhist Brain, and I'd get first-hand knowledge. He's a New York Times best-selling author, and he's my teacher. And I'm sitting there with him every Wednesday. Every Monday, I used to go out to Fire Rock and sit with Jack Cornfield. I'd set up the 400 chairs. And just that experience was part of my help. It was part of what can I do to spread this, and throughout the community. And having that community with me, it just elevated, the practice. Sundays, I would go see a buddy of mine. Him and his kids to a warrior game. He sat courtside. Will Kevin's his dad is John. He's the invented MBSR, mindfulness-based stress reduction. It's helping hundreds of thousands of people that have been affected by negative stress. It's an 8-week program. I found this book one day in a bookstore. It was a Tibetan store in Santa Fe. And I looked at it and it says the full potential. I go, holy shit, that's my life.
Yeah.
Let me get that. And I read that thing. I took myself through the course. I really noticed the changes. And after that, I actually took a course at Kaiser. Changed my life right then and there. Got me on the right path to be able to actually see things as they really were. And life changed for me. It changed beyond, without going into personal relationships and things of that nature, because I respect all the people, all my kids, my people that are in my life. I love them. And that's one thing. You never, you're able to look at your brain, listen to it, and understand it and comprehend it. You'll know that everybody's your friend. All right? And you never, like, you just don't.
Yeah.
You never
We're gonna
know.
make friends. We're making.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's what unwholesome mindfulness means to me.
Yeah.
The,
Cool.
the ability to look at something which could be unwholesome
Mm-hmm.
through the lens of mindfulness.
Right. Right.
And it could be anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Well, that they consider unwholesome. Because it may not.
Right.
It may not.
Yeah.
He's there for the snacks.
A wolf.
Wine tasting. Yeah. What's that camera?
Like this. I mean, here's another thing we can look at. Food.
Food. Yeah, I was gonna say food. Food is a
Eating.
big one.
All right, food
Yeah.
is a huge one. I mean, I could eat. I've been to a sushi restaurant. I've eaten $100 worth of sushi in my head. I mean, myself. My belly. You get all that rice in there, and then you start to explain.
Yep.
You're like, you idiot! What the hell did you just do? But my God, it's so good. It tastes so good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things. You gotta understand. What does it do? It's I'm loving it as it's going in, but my belly's starting to expand, the starch and all that stuff. Yeah, and then or say like we go Mexican, right? And we're throwing the hot sauce on there. It's just so good going in, but tomorrow when it goes out, you're gonna be the ring of fire, baby.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy was like, it was a donkey. Like,
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. I think.
it goes down smooth, but comes out fighting or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's donkey.
Yeah. No, I think, yeah. Food is a big one. I mean, the food industry is just. I mean, especially here, like in America, it's like there's so much.
One of the things, like the inconveniences of life for me is like having to eat and to go to the bathroom and do all those things. There's some pleasure in eating. There's no pleasure in the other side.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a cause and effect.
See, now
There's
this.
two sides, and that's
That's
why.
There's
where
a
you're
cause
wrong.
and effect.
That's where you're wrong. The Buddha once said, if you are taking a crap, be there.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. Don't
Be present. through
Now,
the shit.
that's why that's why half of your cell phone's got all that fecal matter on it, because you got your cell phone in there while you're taking a dump. You're sitting in there, you're taking a dump. No,
It's the fumes.
when you're sitting on the toilet, sit on the toilet and just experience that. What's happening? That again, it's part of being present, right?
You have to have an N3092 mask.
No, well, you do if you ate Mexican, maybe
Yeah,
not.
I was saying, it depends on what you've been eating.
Yeah, what have you been eating?
Yeah.
Or if you're my nephew Devin, that shit could stink. He gets it from me though. I'll tell you.
Burn the house down.
Well, they used to call me Paul the Room Elephant. And it happened before once or twice.
Then, I mean, I enjoy sleeping. Sleeping seems cool, but when you can't sleep, it's quite the opposite.
Oh, okay. So now we're getting into insomnia.
It's like, sometimes it's like inconvenience in life. You gotta eat, you gotta sleep, you gotta go to the bathroom. Some place you can't find to go to the bathroom. Because you could be out.
Oh, that's
you're at Amazon.
That's a weird thing. Yeah, what you're talking about. I'm driving down the freeway the other day, and a guy pulled over on the side of the freeway to take a piss. No.
I saw
In the
Amazon
emergency lane. I'm like, okay.
Throwing up.
Uh,
All day on the road.
I've had employees throw up in my front seat. Okay. Now. Yeah.
In the middle?
No, I had to give him. I had to give him a bag. He had a bag. I mean, I'm glad I had a bag because it would have been all over the place.
Yeah. But I want to go back to what you're saying because you said the present, being present. I think that's a big part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awareness, present moment awareness.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us don't have it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, best way, best.
Enjoy the moment while you got it. 2 seconds later, something else happened.
So elaborate.
Sorry.
Oh, elaborate.
I'm being present.
Yeah.
Oh, for me, it's it's like what you're saying. Like a lot of the times we do things without the conscious thought of doing so. For example, I like to cook. I enjoy cooking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you're really present when you're cooking.
Oh yeah,
If you're not, you're gonna eat some crap.
Right. Yeah, or I think that, so we're talking about food eating.
Yeah.
So for me, I tend to be a pretty fast eater, which in a lot of my meditation practices, they talk about slowing down,
Savor.
really savoring the food, really chewing the food, enjoying the flavors.
Have you done the raisin?
We just started so hungry, but it's when you get there, like,
I know, yeah.
I do the raisin one, but I do. A good friend of mine, Moni Castillo, she makes the most awesome. So she would make these truffles with, and they would look like the Buddha's face, and then she'd hand paint them, spray them sort of gold.
Yeah.
And I would take them to my sanghas, the meetings that we had, the meditation ceremonies, and people would at the break. I have them out there to eat, right? But if we do an exercise, it's practice. It's like, okay, you have it in front of you, right? Okay, so now look at it, right? And then what do you feel? What do you do? And then I pick it up and then put it towards your mouth. But don't eat it. Don't put it in your mouth. And all of a sudden, it's live and start, talking, right?
Right.
That everything, all these things happen. Your mind is working, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're not actively doing it, you're just getting ready to do it. And then, the final thing is to actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
In there, and then the taste buds go, wow, then it's just, you see how things that you think, they're autonomic things that we take for granted, right? That are happening. Like your body's getting ready to eat that chocolate,
Right.
but you don't have any control.
Right.
And then you put it in there, and all of a sudden, boom! It's like boom, and it blows up.
Right.
Same thing with breathing. When's the last time you thought about breathing?
I know, it just happens naturally.
breath.
Yeah, when you're gonna
breath.
breath. Yeah.